Hello to all amazing people, and welcome back to another episode of Limbus Company, an amazing gacha from Project Moon where you put together teams of sinners and take them to do turn-based combat with. I don't know, is this my team that I'm playing with? It probably is. It's called Charge Story. Okay, that's fine. Anyhow, let's go and continue the story of the newest season, season 5, the Dream Ending Kanto 7 here. Of the excellent dialogue in which our exceptional informant LCD department has passed intel to us in our second communication. Okay, let's jump in. But anyway, story this far, like the P Corp assembled a whole bunch of fixers, and we are going in to take down Manchaland, and we have a secret mission as well. You can find the full playlist in the comment description below the video, and check out the previous 2 videos to see the start of the story of the Kanto 7 here. But, well, does anyone want to take a quick stroll around the empty lot while we wait? After nervously looking around the room, Roja tried to leave the tent, but Virgilius stopped her. No, stay. I have something to share. Oh, come on, can't you give her a moment? At least until the mission's over with? I know the last really botched this time, but nothing came of it in the end, did it? The company has some exclusive information they'd like to share with you. That is the only reason I ask you to stay. Sir, Lord, Red Case, earlier what I had done. I won't hold it against you, so be quiet and pay attention. Oh, really? What is it more important than reprimanding Dawn from making another fuss? Oh, Red Gaze, the illustrious, I swear to pledge my undying loyalty to thee. Yeah, until the next moment that she has to fight for those less fortunate, right? Virgilius produced a small tablet and began loading something up on the screen. The one who will now brief us on this exclusive intelligence cannot be with us in person due to personal reasons. She wanted me to tell you that she regrets having to deliver the information remotely via this device. Hello, 1, 2, testing. Am I coming through? Huh? Didn't the Kana fixer ban any unauthorized recordings or video feeds earlier? Of course, but we've received prior authorization. Besides, P Corp is already recording the conversations of every participant in this mission. That just sounds like a roundabout way of saying they've got us all bugged. Of course, the authorization was not free. We had to convince them that the information would be pertinent to capturing the entity at the origin of Manchaland. Moses, alright. LCD on-site investigative reasoning team leader Moses here. I've been studying and investigating the distortion phenomenon for a long time, and that reminds me, we did have a quick call with someone from the LCD back then. She had a pretty bubbly personality, I think, and her name was... Hey, it's me again, Ezra, been a while. Hunting bloodfiends this time, huh? Don't tell me you were about to jump head first into that business without even asking our team leader. I'm telling you now, she used to bust plenty of bloodfiend heads back in the day. What was that? Okay, something was there. So, like, they hinted at something subtly, but I missed it. You tell them how you used to whoop them, boss. You'd go shh on that smoking pipe and went where and... Who's the boss? Oh, her boss. Ah, this one. Okay, then maybe not. Well, yes, I do have some experience with the investigating and battling bloodfiends. I've even met one of the bloodfiend elders, also known as the First Kindreds. Right. Dawn is the second kindred, or is she first kindred? I don't know. Wait, one of the first kindreds? Or is she also one of the first kindreds? Oh, let's see. The one we fought last time was a 6th kindred and a 7th kindred. Well, I want to waste your time by talking your ears off about what happened that day, so I'll get straight to the point. Did Snow slay the first kindred? Of course not. Yeah, cause she went easy on him, I tell ya. Oh, it's a she. Okay. Moses is a she. Okay. No, the Bloodfiend took mercy on me. Our meeting wasn't as bloody as the scene you might be imagining at the moment. In fact, she was generous enough to give me a place to sit, and we even had a moment to converse.
혈기놈이 몰래 줬다고?
What? The Bloodfiend gave you a seat? You expect me to believe that shit? I guess if I stop talking for a moment and listen to her voice, the translator is the voice actor is probably female, yeah? Well, that one certainly is. Hey, Ruth, you do not talk to the our lead team leader like that, capiche? Yeah, it's very distorted, but yeah. I do understand that the public's perception of Bloodfiends is far from amicable, but I know that at least some of them, including the elder I met, wish for a peaceful coexistence with humans. Back then, I used to be able to state with absolute certainty that the Bloodfiends weren't special, that they were no different from the distortions I'd faced in the past. Those wells of blood splashing inside their pupils were my evidence, but when I shared this thought with the Elder, she did not confirm nor deny my assertions. But now, I would like to make a correction to my prior theory. Bloodfiends cannot be explained only through the simple lens of viewing them as distortions. Their essence is similar to that of distortions, yes, however we eventually drew the conclusion that the Bloodfiends cannot be filed under that category. Our attempt to resolve a Bloodfiend as one as a distortion failed. Studies into their true origins are currently underway. If a team is looking into the Bloodfiends, I suppose you have some publicly unavailable information to share with us, the rest of us. Yes, I suppose we do. I mean, that's the point of the call, no? I noticed on the video feed that Moses intently yet briefly stared at Otis before continuing with her briefing. Maybe they knew each other from somewhere. Which brings us to this. The following is what we learned about kindreds of true Bloodfiends, those in the same vein as the one we've already encountered. I'm not talking about the ones that manifested as distortions after the White Nights and Dark Days incident, mind. It is said that the Prime Genitor, the very first Bloodfiend, wielded unimaginable power and could embrace countless humans and turn them into their kindreds. However, starting from the kindreds of the first generation after the Primogenitor, which are referred to as the first kindreds, they were restricted to creating only kindreds of a lower generation in their long existences. Something about how they just can't create families willy-nilly or something like that. I drew this chart, by the way. Not half bad, huh? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think that cassette guy was pretty disappointed about choosing Shasha as his kindred. Faust finds the inaccuracies in your statement difficult to correct due to their egregious nature. When a Bloodfiend of higher generation creates a lower generation kindred, the one that embraced them is called a higher kindred, while the one that's been embraced is called a lower kindred. It is often the case that kindreds higher up the bloodstream wield a much greater power than the ones beneath them. It's almost as if the power dilutes as you go downwards, right? Who would have guessed? You started your sentence with the conditional "it is often the case." Therefore, it can be interpreted as a statement that there are cases in which such is not the case. You're right on the money. Just like how each distortion is different, Bloodfiends are also different in ways that our team leader will explain. Yes. Each Bloodfiend's powers and idiosyncrasies often vary depending on the higher Bloodfiend's abilities. However, it is usually impossible for lower Bloodfiends to revolt against someone higher up the bloodstream. While there is no physical barrier stopping them, there is an intense psychological barrier preventing them from doing so. Like a parent and their child, huh? Yes, like parents and their children. Consider that they even call one another with familial terms such as father, mother, and child. It is no mere metaphor. That is why they call such acts of revolt going against the bloodstream filial impiety. Just as how blood becomes their axis of valid judgment, so does this idea of the inviolable relationship between family members get imprinted into the core of their very being. Upon being turned, like this up there, X, no go. Upon being turned, Bloodfiends experience that extreme level of twist in their moral judgment. And that's why Bloodbacks, who are the bottom rungs of the family tree, Bloodbacks are a different story. Bloodfiends and Bloodbacks are the first two groups of beings could be from a family. Drags that fail to become kindreds. To Bloodfiends, they are quite literally portable bags of blood to replenish themselves at times of need. Detective, team leader, you should mention this too, you know? When I snap their necks and smash them right into water. Yes, Bloodfiends have an irrational extreme fear of water. Water doesn't physically harm them, but every Bloodfiend I have seen thus far has been afraid of it. So it's like an easy solution then? Can we just spray them with water to keep them off our backs? Since you're about to visit their den that's crawling with blood fins, good luck finding even a drop of water in there. We should bring some wet. Oh, and I was informed that one of you can sense a distortion. I learned this through unofficial channels, but I still wish to share. Ugh. Glad to know there's someone else out there who understands this particular sensation. I'd very much like to meet you in person one day. Real shame we can't be there to see it ourselves. Are there any famous fixers there? I heard earlier that stupid Camille kid will be there too. Kick his ass for me, won't ya? I tried to pull a prank on him, but the bastard banned me from the chat. Well, he already kicked one of our asses. Oh, Vespa, come on, I told you to hold the line. It appears that they're partaking in quite the activity themselves. I think we can end the call here, Moses. Very well. Got any last words of advice? Any last words? I once heard that some kindred higher up the bloodstream have overcome their fear of water. Blood eventually does get thicker than water after all. Now, let's see if there's anything I left out. I must advise you against underestimating their bloodlust. Because no matter how hungry for blood you think they are, they will be worse. What's that supposed to mean? With her last words, which left us wondering what they were supposed to mean, the call dropped. Alright. Alrighty then. In which we discuss the married oath of the bus driver and the manager concerning amusement parks. We have about 30 minutes until a Manchaland manifests. We each decided to use this opportunity to gather ourselves. Meanwhile, I had something I wanted to ask Virgilius before we left. But for that, I need... Anybody seen Faust around? Okay, we're gonna talk about Dawn, I guess. Not in a while. What is it, Dante? I'm sure I can help. No, you can't. I wanted to ask Faust to relay my words to Virgilius, but I wasn't sure where she was. Fortunately, Honglu was still here with me and noticed me looking around. I decided to ask for his help. Okay, maybe he can help then. 30 minutes, Dante. I always have so many questions floating around in my head, but whenever I stand in front of this man, my brain seems to decide to forget them all. Why didn't you stop her earlier, Virgilius? Earlier when Don Quixote challenged Camille to a duel? Aha, you need a translator. Dante asked why you didn't stop the fight earlier. So that's your look of approach, I see. As you must be well aware by now, the Sync Association often chooses duels as a means of resolving conflicts. But they are also well known for letting bygones be bygones once that conflict in question has been resolved through a duel. Perhaps a lasting memory of some ancient chivalric virtues has been pounded into their bones. I see. So picking a fight with a fixer from any other association or office might have caused a real problem for us, but the nature of the sync made this a pretty safe altercation, huh? Stopping Don Quixote from challenging that fixer to a duel would have only exacerbated the situation. Besides, it is about time our third sinner woke up. What? Third sinner? Weird? Isn't Don Quixote the most lucid one out of all of us? Honglu's interjection was so sudden and random that I wondered for a moment if he thought we were talking about someone else. What do you mean? But Honglu did not correct himself. He pointed to his eye and continued. Here, eyes, Dante. Always twinkling like two bright stars. They're so fascinating. Her eyes, huh? I noticed that the light of Honglu's left eye was growing dimmer, like light fading away as it sinks into the depth of the dark waters. Wait, I have something else I wanted to ask you about. What I really wanted to ask Virgilius about what happened on that train. Yeah, I know he wanted to ask him that, but this is not something we can tell Honglu, so that's why my reaction was that he cannot help us. So yeah, we need Faust. But I wasn't sure if I could bring that subject up in front of Honglu, especially when Faust wasn't here. What's wrong with Dante? You look flustered for some reason. No need to shower your clock hands so nervously, Dante. You don't actually believe I wasn't let in on what happened aboard the train, do you? Sounds like Faust kept him updated. Well, then tell me, what was going on with Don Quixote back there? No, I mean, what is she? They're asking what Don Quixote is. Oh, dude, like... Wait, what? Like... What are we doing here? I mean, are we supposed to share this info with Honglu? Dante, it is not wise use of your time to ask a question to which you can find your own answers. Besides, there are more pressing questions you should be asking. What shall happen without your senior, for example? I get it, it's Don Quixote's turn now. But you're not going to answer that question either, because I'll get the answer anyway, as long as I keep riding the float of it wherever it takes me. Your hands have stopped trembling. I'll take that as a sign that we have an understanding. Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, I guess. Should you ever find yourself growing anxious in Manchaland when things start to get awry, remember these words. Henceforth, whatever happens, Don Quixote will remember the promise, Dante. Okay, that's very cryptic. So I guess what binds Don Quixote to the company, yeah, will force her to like do whatever is necessary for us to win, right? I guess she will like take off her shoes and like do her thing, right? Anyway, the promise. I have no idea how that word is supposed to assuage any of my fears. Virgilius isn't the type to waffle on meaninglessly, so I suppose there isn't anything else I can gather from him at the moment. Sometime later, back among the sinners at the empty lot. Don Quixote, about what happened earlier. Verily, 'tis a marvelous day, wouldst thou not agree, Manager Esquire? It is. 'Tis. Today alone I had the joy of espying a Hana station fixer with mine own eyes, the honor of clashing my steel against Sir Camille of Zinc, and indeed, Sir Camille was a fixer most righteous and becoming in his live streams. I have not even an ounce of doubt that in my mind that the kerfuffle was not but an issue of miscommunication. How did you even access his streams on the bus? Manager Esquire, forsooth, I am finally beginning to feel as though we are tackling contracts worthy of true fixers. To slay the wicked and liberate the innocent from suffering. 'Twas my dream of a lifetime indeed. See, Virgilius will once again insist that our primary quest is to lay our claim upon the golden bow, yet I shall eradicate Manchaland, even if it costs us our quest. Yep, there we go, causing troubles again. And mark my words, for I shall rescue its victims as well. Every last one of them. Well, you were not even able to win one duel, so... It's almost as if what she is gives her the confidence, even though if she doesn't know where it comes from. I stare in silence as Don Quixote boasts. I think I saw stars twinkling in their eyes, like Honglu said. Oh, tick-tock! Dante. I've been looking for you, Faust, because you had the business to discuss with Virgilius, it seems. I felt like she was accusing me that there wasn't any other reason I'd be looking for her, so I couldn't help but stammer. Now that I think about it, I don't see her alone with Sharon very often. What were you two doing here? Performing certain routine procedures with Sharon. There is a certain examination procedure we must perform at an interval. What examination procedure? It mainly consists of gray matter biofusion normalcy trend test and gray matter response activity level test to electrical stimuli. Okay, sorry I asked. It also includes several other tests, including external brain pressure variance test, the bloodstream distribution test to verify that the numbers are within the expected range, and... I will stop here. I'm certainly not one to talk, but I'm once again reminded that Foss isn't very good at talking to people either. Heard passengers are going to an amusement park. Amusement park, more fun than the bus? I've never been to one myself, but probably. It is said that the individuals partaking in activities within amusement park have, on average, an increased heart rate of 1.5 times their typical range. Why? Because they board vehicles that are meant to raise their heart rate and, in turn, their level of excitement. It is known that one of the rides most emblematic of the amusement park experiences consists of the following procedures: binding the passenger to the chair and dropping the vehicle, which often takes the form of a train, from a 100-meter height to ground level within 3 seconds. Sounds like reckless driving. Must be a terrible driver, worse than Sharon. Perhaps. She's one to talk, especially when it comes to reckless driving. Yeah, that's true. I'm sure there are other more fun rides, right? Probably. Perhaps. We should go there someday. A real amusement park. Well, yeah, maybe, possibly, probably. Make a list of stuff you want to do when you get there. Sharon, Dante wants us to know what you want to do. When? Where? They're asking you should a day come in which you are allowed to travel with us to locations other than the bus itself, what you would like to do in an amusement park. There was a long pause. Sharon's eyes glimmered momentarily as they began to wander elsewhere. Sharon wants to eat a candy there. Looks like today is one of those days when everyone gets a twinkle in their eyes. Nice. And we'll do one more, and this one will include a fight as well. Wherein is concluded the method by which eradication quest of fixers, the brave and the bold, are to be conducted. Eradication quest of fixers. Ah, I see. How are we gonna destroy the Manchaland? Creating your team. In chain battles, you can deploy backup units in addition to participating units. Well, we already know about that. Okay. Okay, what is this? In chain battles, the indicator that shows the number of waves shows the total number of enemies and the number of defeated enemies instead. We already noticed this at the start, even though there were not chain battles there. However, this indicator does not take into account the extra enemies that are summoned due to certain conditions. Well, makes sense, right? Especially if it's repeatable, right? Alright, cool. So this is the team I'm using. No falls though, which is weird, but I guess that's alright. Okay, I'm not expecting any real problems here, but who knows, who knows. Fixers began gathering one by one at the site. Manchaland is beginning to manifest. From the moment the music began to play, which measured at 16:12 hours today, Manchaland will be open until 22:12. So 5 hours. Even when you feel like giving up on yourself, I promise. Is that it? Well, how will you live on? Thank you for everything. Don't forget those Fixers magazines. Please, please, I don't want an adventure. Stop, please. What's going on? I have conceived an idea, most ingenious. It's the same phenomenon I experienced back at the Great Lake. But these memories are much more fragmented, opaque. The glimpses of Don Quixote I saw were nothing like the person I know, but... should I follow this journey? Should I follow this journey to this conclusion? Well, yeah, of course. What shall happen with our third scener, for example? Understand what all those glimpses of memories mean, like I always have. And we made our way towards Manchaland. Manchaland, this place is pretty spooky, huh? I smell blood. We are contending with a phenomenon that has devoured dozens of fixers. Do not let your guards down. Here they come, those blood-fiend beasts. Whoa, whoa, look, survivors! Darn, I really could have broken my viewer count record with a dramatic shot like this. Weapons in their hands, they're not civilians. Executive Manager, isn't there something off about some of their outfits? Those anachronistically antique costumes are quite the novelty these days. I have identified several individuals dressed in clothes that are difficult to be worn without assistance. Meaning that maybe someone in there forced a wardrobe change on them. Are we gonna fight like medieval knights or something? As the murmur among the fixers begin to grow, slowly increasing in intensity, Alizio shouts out from behind the line for us to stop. Halt! Don't approach Manchaland yet. We must allow it the first 10 minutes post-manifestation to expel its waste. Stand behind the line for safety. Whoa, who are they? What office are they from? Are they association fixers? Excitement is in the air as the fixers attempt to guess who they are. They're all from the Fire Fist office. I recognize their outfits. They're from our office. Hi, I told you, boys. I told you all. I told you that the boss ladies are going to make it. Dude, they're dead probably. Even if you were to fail the eradication contract, if they can make a 15-minute testimony and share what the intel they found, we'll nab the contribution reward. Like I said, please hold for at least 10 minutes until they finish expelling. A fixer ignores Alicia's warning and rushes out to greet the survivor and help her to her feet. Big sis! Big sis! La. We made it, boss. We made it. We can finally move out of that moldy semi-basement office and find a place with some sunlight. Dude, like, that's not looking good. Remember how they all scoffed at us? Come on, let's go. Let's do some interviews. Get paid. Make a name for ourselves. Ha, survivors my ass. So just hold a little bit longer, okay? La Manchaland, bloom your smiles of joy. La Manchaland, let's all dream free here. We hope you stay away from here. Blood bags at the gate. They were likely turned moments before they escaped. Bitten by small fry, going by the speech it turned. The higher up the bloodstream you go, the faster the transformation occurs. Some powerful blood fiends can make it happen at will or set it to cure at the time of their choosing. Hey, you guys seem like the experts here. Got any pro tips for the newbies like us? Pro tips. Oh, I've got one. Stay out of the way, probably. Humbly accept your death if you don't have what it takes. Okay. Getting turned into a blood fiend's blood bag is no different from that, you know. That's easy. I'm always ready to accept that anyway. Okay. Gonna fight these things now, I guess. Alright, wave 1. How many waves do we have? You'll be able to grow once you survive this hardship. We may have a few sacrifices along the way, but as your Sephira, I'm committed to helping you survive this. So, wave, okay, only one wave this time, and we're gonna have how many enemies? 8 total, okay. So we're fighting the embellished bloodbags. Okay, so these are just like grunts. On hit, if the target has bleed, heal by 50% of damage dealt, okay. Okay, we could go and read their abilities, but unless they can... Wait, what? Unopposed? Favored? Unopposed? Why are there 3 unopposed there? Oh, they're doing counters. Okay, let's check that out. Skill. Base power +1 for every coagulated blood on self. Okay. Gain offense level and defense level equal to their value. How do they get coagulated blood? After attack, if the target has... Okay. So we just have to make sure we win the clashes and we'll be fine. Okay, well, just auto-resolve. We have a strong team, right? Pow. Let's go, Ishii. Yep. Staggered. Perfect. You did just as I told you our counseling session. I knew it. My constant campaign... Well, maybe I could like avoid it, like fighting against counters though, but like I want the fight to end as soon as possible, so I'm not super interested in holding back. Okay. We already took one of them down, nice. Okay, as long as we have favored or above, I'm just gonna keep clicking the button. Suffering from success. If I had weaker identities, I would probably have to like see like what they do and why and how, and maybe not just go straight up full aggro mode here. But well, since we do have very strong sinners, the best thing we can do is like get through it fast until we get to something with a little bit more challenge. It is what it is. So yeah. But anyway, I wonder how many levels there will be in this like first phase until they can release some more. Pow. I like these flashbacks from Hitleaf at least. It's nice to finally see something like new. And purple sword swings. Okay, one more left and 2 more came. So we got like, what is this? Well-dressed blood bag and embellished blood bag and yeah, just some more grunts. Okay, GG's. At least the story is interesting. I'm really looking forward to see what's gonna happen with Don and the stuff. Hiya! Go, go. Oh, that was like a silhouette of a horse. Dalhan is his horse, yeah? That's my understanding anyway. His mighty steed. Or maybe not, I don't know, let me know. But yeah, we have many like prestigious IDs here. I went all in on all the new stuff. La Manchaland, bloom your smiles of joy. La Manchaland, a place of freedom to dream side by side with Glowfins. We wish you a wonderful stay here. Admission ends in 5 minutes. Please form a line and enter in an orderly fashion. Remember, enter through the back left and exit through the back left. Entry may be difficult once the admissions are over, so please wait by the gate with your blood packs. Han-ul. Well then, I hope I'll be seeing some of you again in a few hours. The fixer's cold voice contrasted with a cheerful voice echoing from the announcement. She really likes making things ominous, doesn't she? Virgilius only gave us a light nod. Strangely enough, his aloof attitude was what gave me peace of mind. And the last thing I saw before the gate shut behind us was the aved look on the eyes of every P Corp employee, all intensely fixed on the closing gate of La Manchaland, and as if they didn't even want to miss a little glimpse of it. Alright, cool. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. I wish you all to have a wonderful day. Do something nice. I think I'm gonna replace Otis though. Be kind to each other and let's make the world a better place together. Fee, I have collected more time than we were owed. Yet, now that the defaulter has unfortunately perished, perchance it would be most just to return all of the remaining time to the T-Corp. Time Vault, indeed. Indeed, indeed. Well, thank you for watching. See you in the next episode, where we're gonna see the episode of What Peril Befell Us in the case of La Manchaland and our encounter with the Bloodfins. TheNeomare signing out. Bye bye.